My mother is a skinwalker. My name is Noah. I live in Miramar, Florida. But every winter we leave for Colorado to go skiing and celebrate Christmas. I live with my father, mother, and younger brother, Tom. My family has always been a happy one, but everything changed when we went to Colorado this winter. My mother was always a caring woman. She'd give us constant hugs without any reason, with smiles brighter than the sun. And one thing's for sure, she loved her family. One very dark night, our electricity went out and darkness was thick. As any normal people would, we had some candles lit to provide us with some comfort of light. You would have thought that people of our stature would have had a generator, right? But that's my father's fault. His constant procrastination caused that. He had been promising my mother an eternity that he would have brought a generator. We were short on candles though. So my father went, got his keys, and drove into town for supplies. Hoping that the lights would have come back by morning, I went to my room to sleep it out. About 40 minutes in, I heard my brother calling me from outside. This was strange though. My younger brother was very, very afraid of the dark, and his room was right next to mine. "Noah, come look at this," my brother hurled. Then I got out of bed, checked my brother's room, because there was no way my little brother, who was terrified by darkness, was outside. And there he was, sleeping like an angel. Squeak! The front door was slowly opened. I quickly ran downstairs to see who or what had opened the door. I went to look downstairs when I barely glimpsed my mother's silhouette going through the door. I could hear her talking. "Tom? Baby, what are you doing outside? Come in," she said. My brain went into shock as I knew he couldn't be Tom, as I had already checked. Just mere seconds later, I heard the ear-splitting scream of my mother's voice. It felt like a knife was just jabbed in my ears. I ran to the kitchen to grab a knife or something to help my mom, as I rushed out there and witnessed a gruesome sight. There was an inhuman creature devouring my mother. The stench was putrid, and its eyes were as red as the devil's. Its skin was like fur, like that of a coyote's. Its mouth was opened wide, like around 25 inches or so. I stood there, in shock, unable to move, with what was supposed to be a weapon in my hand. A knife, to be exact. But against this monster, I guess a knife would be useless. Flickering up to the cabin, my dad's car was coming, and the creature started contouring. It had changed into my mother's skin, looking exactly like her. My father pulled into the driveway and said, "What are you guys doing out here?" "Oh, hun, we were just talking," the creature said, with my mother's beautiful voice. "Dad, that's not Mom. Whatever it isn't Mom," I shouted. "What are you saying, son? Stop this nonsense," it said. My father simply shrugged me off, saying I needed to get back to sleep because I'm talking nonsense. I kept trying to warn him, but he simply dismissed me and sent me to my room. For nights, I couldn't sleep thinking of what I'd saw. It made me squeamish thinking of my mother's screams and how vile it was seeing that monster swallow my mother's body whole. It's been a year, and that thing acts and behaves exactly like my mom. It has all my mother's memories, everything. I've heard of skinwalker stories before, so I now had an idea of what creature it was. Sometimes I wonder if it was all a dream. But if it's not, I know that I must protect my brother at any cost. Anything. Thank you for listening to tonight's story. I know it still sounds slightly choppy, but I'm getting better at editing, and I'm also trying to get better at my narrations in general. I think they could use a lot of work, but if you'd like to support the channel, please like and subscribe. It helps because who knows, I might get monetized one day. So yeah, thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.